Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Current Affairs. Today, that is 22nd of December, we basically have 5 major topics to discuss. First is about the Deucalion Yojana. Second is about the financial sector assessment program that has been released. The report has been released recently. Third is about Project Darpan, that is a recent initiative by the Postal Department. Fourth is about the Indian Science Congress Association. And fifth is about Timbuktu, a city in Mali. Now moving on to the next one. First one, that is Deucalion Yojana. So why it is in news? It is because there was a press release recently by the government on this Yojana. So as far as the prelims is concerned, you need to understand what exactly this Yojana is all about. This is a scheme that has been started by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and rather than calling it as a Yojana, you can say that this is actually a process which tries to ensure that all the intended benefits for that particular target group, that is here the target group is tribal population as well as the area wherein these population reside, that is a tribal population reside, that is the intended benefits through various schemes that has been initiated by the center as well as state through their tribal sub plans actually reach them through the appropriate level convergence. So this is what actually this Yojana tries to, that is Yojana tries to converge all the programs, that is both central as well as state programs, so that it reaches, the benefits actually reach to the tribal population. So it also aims at the overall development of the tribal population by adopting outcome based approach. So here the target population, as I said earlier, is the tribal population. So the main mandate of this Yojana is to improve the quality of life, the quality of education, qualitative as well as to provide qualitative as well as sustainable employment, also for bridging the infrastructural gap without any compromise on quality, and also for the protection of tribal culture and heritage. More details have been given in the material, please go through it. Now moving on to the next one, it is about financial sector assessment program. Why it is in news? It is because second financial sector assessment program of India has been successfully completed in 2017, and also the report has been released in both by IMF as well as World Bank. So what exactly this framework is, that is what we have to focus here. So this framework is in fact it's a comprehensive framework which through which both the assessors, that is the experts as well as the participating country tries to identify the financial sector vulnerabilities and also develop appropriate policy approaches in order to overcome these financial vulnerabilities, that is system-wide vulnerabilities. So here the resilience of the financial sector, the quality of the regulatory as well as supervisory framework, and also the capacity of that particular country to manage and resolve the financial crisis is also taken into consideration. So this is a joint program both by IMF as well as World Bank, and it was initiated in 1999 in the wake of Asian crisis. So as far as it also tries to provide expertise to help countries in order to reduce their likelihood and severity for financial sector crisis. So it concludes with the preparation of financial sector stability, financial system stability assessment, that is FSA, which is actually released, which is actually discussed by IMF in its daily affairs. So also along with that, as far as India is, as far as our recently conducted program is, that is financial sector assessment program, it is conducted every 5 years. The last one was conducted, that is the first assessment program was conducted in 2011, and next one, that is the second one, has been completed right now. So in its report, that is a recently released report on India, it has said that India has recorded strong growth in the recent years, both in economic activity as well as financial assets, with the size of that financial system remaining broadly stable with that of the GDP, that is the size of GDP. And also it has come up with certain appreciation, that is, it says that the increased diversification, commercial orientation as well as technology driven inclusion programs have actually supported this growth, and it is backed by improved legal, regulatory as well as supervisory framework. So it has also mentioned about the insolvency and bankruptcy code, the recent legal initiatives and several other initiatives that has been undertaken by the government in order to improve the financial sector resilience. So more details have been given in material, please go through it. Now the next is about Project Darpan. Why it is in news? It is because Minister of Communication has recently inaugurated this program. So what exactly this Darpan is? It is a digital, this Darpan stands for Digital Advancement of Rural Post Office for a New India. So it tries to, the mandate of this project is to improve the quality of service as well as add quality to services to include or to achieve financial inclusion of unbanked rural population. So this it tries to achieve through offering low-cost technological solution to the 1.29 lakh branch of post offices, thereby improving the level of services that it offers to the rural population. So the core it also offers, it actually focuses upon core banking services such as cash deposits, withdrawal, new account opening, higher value withdrawals, mini statement, transaction report, daily transaction report, as well as Aadhaar seeding. Along with that, it also focuses to improve the postal insurance coverage also. So more details have been given in your material. Moving on with the next one is Indian Science Congress Association. Why it is in news? It is because for the first time in its history, that is more than 100 years, it has been working for more than 100 years. It is for the first time that this Congress is being, this annual session is being postponed. So as far as the prelims is concerned, you need to understand what exactly this association is all about. So this association is a premier scientific organization of India which is headquartered in Kolkata, that is in West Bengal. So it meets annually in every first week of January and also has a membership of more than 30,000 scientists. So its first meeting was held in 1914 and it was actually initiated by two British chemists who tried to initiate this program on lines with that of British counterparts, so as to foster research developments within our country. So for the first Congress, it was Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee, who was then the Vice Chancellor of Calcutta University, who was the president then. Now also the focal theme for this year, that is this is right now the 105th annual session that was scheduled to be held in January first week, and the focal theme was actually reaching the unreached through science, so through science and technology in fact. So it has been postponed till date, and actually this is a meeting which usually is attended by Prime Minister. So it is that much very important as far as science community of the country is concerned. So moving on to the last one, that is about Timbuktu. Why it is in news? It is because this particular ancient city has found its place in Vice President's speech. So you need to understand where exactly the city is all about, and also a brief history about the city. Timbuktu is actually an ancient city in Mali, which is located 20 kilometers north to that of river Niger. So take out your map and then locate these areas wherein these Mali is, the areas through which this Niger flows, the river Niger flows, and where it actually ends up, and also try to locate the city also. So the importance of this city lies in the fact that it is actually one of UNESCO's World Heritage Site, with its repository having invaluable Islamic scriptures as well as manuscripts, which is actually unique cultural asset for the entire world. Along with that, it also has acted as an intellectual as well as a spiritual capital, and also a center for propagation of Islam throughout the African subcontinent in the 15th as well as 16th century. So the prestigious Quranic Sankor University was also located in these areas, and there were several other madrasas also. Three great mosques, these are the three great mosques, which are also very important as far as the city is concerned, and also World Heritage Site is concerned. These are actually under the threat of desertification. So more details have been given in the material, please go through it. And that's about today's current affairs. Thank you.